Tension in Brussels is building over the Ukrainian crisis following yesterday's meeting of the Council of Foreign Affairs. The president of Ukraine has warned of an imminent Russian invasion, but Europe's leaders appear hesitant to impose further sanctions against Russia. Lithuania is one of the EU member states that has been absolutely steadfast in its support of Ukraine throughout the crisis. The member of the European Parliament for Lithuania, Mr. Gabrielius Landsbergis, gave us analysis of the current situation and explained his vision of the possible steps that could be taken by the European Parliament and Lithuanian government to help Ukraine maintain its sovereign independence.
Well, first of all, I would like to notice that for the upcoming financial period that we will have until 2020, the foreseen amount of the support, of financial support to Ukraine amounts up to 11 billion euros. In comparison to the previous financial period, which had it didn't even reach 500 million. So we are talking about 20 times of increase. So I believe that we already are talking about massive change in the not only in the financial flows, but in the mentality of how do we treat Ukraine. But what do we have to mention? I mean, I think that there could be more support. There could be more financial support, obviously. But the thing is that now we will be looking at the Ukraine as well, whether the country does its homework and how do we proceed from there. The mood, I would say, is at the moment is wait and see. Generally, because it is rather unclear what is going on. On one side, we have the Minsk agreement, which says that the ceasefire is in place. On the other hand, we keep repeated information from Ukraine where there are more than 40 shellings every day. So I understand, and at least from the G20 meeting that was just a few days ago, that I understand that. Generally, among the leaders of the European Union, the idea is to move ahead with sanctions if the situation doesn't ease out. Again, I believe that with the support from European leaders, I mean, the European Parliament would go ahead with broader support for the sanctions. Well, Lithuania, there's so much resemblance between Lithuania and Ukraine, and this is probably one of the reasons why Lithuanians find it very easy in their hearts to support it, to support Ukraine and in its cause for the European path. But if you look into Lithuanians' history, from the time when we decided that Europe is our way and we want to go this direction, we had to overcome a very, very strong reforms in our country. They were extremely painful, and there were so many people that were against it. But generally, the country had to be united for that cause. And we needed bureaucrats, we needed voters, we needed political parties, parliament, government, all the institutions in the country working for one cause. It was very difficult, but it was doable. So my main advice to Ukrainians and new governments being formed right now is that you have to find courage and move ahead with the reforms. From my point of view, it's rather easy to say that here in the European Parliament, Ukraine will always have, well, to my knowledge, at least 11 friends that we will always stand together, and so we will always support the documents that are going, and that they will support the Ukrainian position. We always fight the battles here in the Parliament, since I strongly believe that your security is our security, your prosperity is our prosperity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Landsberg. Next week, the European Parliament is moving to Strasbourg, where it will take important decisions regarding the Ukrainian crisis. Maria Mezantseva reporting from the European Parliament in Brussels.